Gotarkar is a passionate agricultural scientist with a strong interest in contributing to global missions in food security and zero hunger, which come from his scientific knowledge and hands-on experience in the field of agriculture, plant breeding, plant physiology, plant molecular biology, and biotechnology. He earned his Bachelor's of Science in Agricultural Biotechnology, followed by his Master's of Science in Plant Biotechnology from University of Agricultural Sciences, GKVK Bengaluru, with scholarship from Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. Dr. Gotarkar then decided to join the International Rice Research Institute, that is IRRI, in Philippines, for his PhD in molecular biology and biotechnology, for which he earned a prestigious National Overseas Scholarship from the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India. During his PhD at IRRI and the University of Philippines, he attended several international conferences and symposiums and gave lectures at different meetings and scientific occasions. He has won the Young Scientist Award 2016 and the Best Poster Award 2017 for his PhD research work. He then joined the Institute of Plant and Microbial Biology, Academia Sinica, Taiwan, for his postdoctoral research for the year 2019 and 2020. Currently, he works as a research consultant for IRRI, India office in Varanasi. We are very happy that he has accepted our request to present.
We continue with the interview?
Sure.
Yes, we can move on.
So Danny, I've known you a while, and I know that you've traveled a lot in your career. Perhaps you could let us know a bit more about your journey so far as a plant scientist and how you got to where you are.
My journey as a plant scientist, I would say it was great so far. What I could talk about is, as in the introduction, Shoma had already said where I studied and where I worked. I wouldn't go into that detail, but what I would say that the fields that I started working in a breeder's field, collecting the phenotypic data, that was the start of my research. Then I slowly moved into the physiology and molecular and biochemical analysis of the genes. And now I'm working with the agronomist in IRRI. So I would say I have changed the field. I mean, not changed. I'm still in the same field, but I have worked into different fields. And that's where I gained this the experience that multidisciplinary research is must for one. If I want to contribute for food insecurity or increasing the crop yield or making the better crop varieties, climate smart varieties, one need to have better understanding of all these agriculture fields. Then only you can contribute with your bit. Yes.
Okay, great. Next question is, what are your thoughts about food security and how we can address that?
Yes, food insecurity is real. Okay. It comes from the population growth, less farming land, climate change, and there are so many factors involved in. There are people who have immense knowledge and foresight to see what is coming. They have already warned us what is coming in 2030. In terms of the food insecurity, there are also enough big projects. They are working to develop climate resilient, high yielding and nutritious crop varieties. But if you're talking as an early stage scientist, what you should do to contribute to the food insecurity, I must say, if you do not have a chance to contribute to a big project, you can do your small bits. Like if you're working in a post-harvest, you know, there are pre-harvest and post-harvest losses of the food grains. Even if you're not involved in any kind of research or you are still waiting to get that chance to hit the door, I must say you can save the food from your plate and from others' plate. That is the smallest bit we can do at this stage, that save the food as much as you can. That doesn't mean eat less, eat as much you want, but do not waste it.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think or which sectors of plant science research do you think are going to prosper in the near future?
This is a very tricky question, Jacinta, but this is very tricky to say who will survive tomorrow. But I remember one saying that you can support or oppose any field of agriculture science only until you have food in your plate. The day you realize that you do not have food for tomorrow, you will not oppose, you will support. I mean, all the fields will be same for you. So then doesn't matter if it is transgenic or breeding, you will just eat that food, whether it comes from any field. That's what I believe.
Yeah, great. And the last question I have here is, could you give some words of advice to our younger listeners and new research fellows?
Sure. I see the most of the participants here are either the PhD students or postgraduate students. So from my experiences, I would advise them, of course, dream big. Okay, dream for the big, whatever your field is, whatever you want to be in the life, in the career, but do not lose the opportunity, because sometimes we get the opportunity, we think, oh, this is less than what I expect or what I deserve. But then we don't know this small opportunity, let's say a month or a semester of field work into the breeder's field. If you are a molecular biologist, you would say, oh, why would I go into the field? I'm a molecular biologist, I'll sit in the AC room, do my pipetting. Okay, but no, that one semester of field work, or if you get a chance of 1 month of biochemical analysis in lab, these small bits, this small experience will open up big doors for you. So don't hesitate. Don't lose the chance. Don't be afraid to try new things. Change. If you get some opportunity for small term, do it. That's the big advice. If you want more, there are so many. But this is the one at this stage, I would say.
Great, I love it.
It was wonderful. Today's webinar, people have appreciated it so much. You can see from the Zoom, YouTube chat.
Okay.
It was such a interactive and everybody very interactive webinar, and you answered so many questions. Thank you, Dr. Dhananjay Gotarkar. Thanks to him. Thanks, and Shubha also, didn't leave. He had so many questions. He just collected from YouTube and one after another.
That's nice.
But it's so interesting. So many people are interested. It feels so great that everybody is involved in this so much.
I would also like to thank you, Shivo, for inviting me. Jacinta, Neha, and Shoma, thank you for hosting.
It was such a pleasure to have you here, and we hope to get back to you, or you can come back to us in the future with more research. And all the best wishes for future research, and I hope to see you soon. Okay, and thank you for today, and I thank all the participants